Hey, welcome to door number 2. Good pick. It goes well with the game behind door number 2, bacon. Because in this game, everybody gets 2 strips of bacon. And it is designed by Sean Ross. And it is a climbing shedding game where the hook is players are trying to go out as fast as possible. Because it's a team climbing shedding game where your team only scores if one of your teammates, or you, goes out first. And how you can help with that is when you get lead, you can give it to them if you want. Oh, amazing. Let's go to the table and I'll show you how to play. The deck in Bacon is 4 suits numbered 1 through 10, but 2 copies of each rank included. And also there are Bacon cards. Here we have the game set up for 4 players. Depending on the player count, you'll remove some cards, like I've removed a whole suit for the 4 player. So there's 3 suits in 4 player. Each player is also going to get 2 Bacon cards. These are wilds. They can be any suit, any number, and even one higher than the biggest number, so an 11. And then each player is also going to get dealt 15 cards. The start player is just going to be whoever likes bacon the most. Let's say it's Porco Rosso over here. And so this is kind of a classic climbing shedding game. So players will be playing different types of combos into the trick, and then players will have to follow that type of combo, playing higher and higher sets. So for example, Porco with their lead could play a 1 to the trick, and then coming to the Krusty Krab here, they could play like an 8 to the trick, and then coming to the llama player, so they can pass if they want, they don't have to play, but they can't play anything below an 8. So they can't play the 6 or a 7, but they could play the 10. And see, the suit doesn't matter. They can play whatever they wanted. Maybe it comes to Potato here and they pass. So then it would go to Porco. And so if they wanted to, they could use one of their bacons, because again, this is like an 11 in the game. But again, if they didn't want to, they could pass, which might make sense because players sitting across from each other are on a team. So Porco is on the same team as the llama over here, who's currently winning. And Krusty Krab and Potato are on the same team. So maybe when it comes to Krusty Krab, maybe they pass, and it went all the way around with passing. That will end the trick. And then whoever last played cards, so the llama, will lead to the trick. So what can you play besides a single card? I'll put it up on screen here, but the combos you can play are single cards, pairs, so like 2 of the same number, like 2 9s, or you can play triples, so like 3 of the same number. So like in this case, llama actually has 3 3s. In the normal climbing shedding rules apply, where you have to play the same meld type. So when it comes to Potato here, they would have to play a triple. So looking through their hand, they do have some 5s, so maybe they do it. Maybe they play 3 5s into the trick. And again, the bacons are wild. So when it comes to Porco over here, maybe they were looking at their hands and they have some 7s. And maybe if they didn't want to use that 7 for whatever reason, they could play 2 7s and then a bacon. So that counts as like 3 7s into the trick. Other things you can play runs of 3 to 6. So like in this case, a 3 4 5. Maybe they use the bacon to make it a 6 or maybe a 7. So they can go up to 6 in runs, and they don't have to be suited for the combos. Players can also play stairs, which are 2 consecutive pairs, so like 4 4 and 5 5. And again, they don't have to be suited, so like this could have been a green 4. And they can play a 3-step, so it could be 3 consecutive pairs. And the final thing that can be played is 2 consecutive triples, so like a 4 4 4 and a 5 5 5. And again, bacons can always be part of it. So again, the tricks will go around and players have to follow the same type of combo, except if they want to play a special. So let's say it came to the Krusty Krab here after Porco played this kind of 4 4 4 6 6 6 triple here, and they're like, oh, I don't have that, but I might have a special. And specials are like bombs, if you're familiar with that term from climbing shedding. And what they are special combinations that are stronger than the regular melds. They can be played at any time, they don't have to follow, and they're considered stronger than the meld that was just played. So for example, if the Krusty Krab here wanted to really win this trick, they could play 4 of the same number. So like in this case, 2 2s and then 2 wilds. So they're playing 4 2s, and they're bombing, or they're playing a special into the trick. So now they are winning. I'll put what types of specials can be played up here, but essentially it goes from the weakest at the top, so quads, and then the next thing is a straight flush. So that is 5 cards of the same suit in consecutive orders, like a 5-card straight. Then it would be 5 of a kind, maybe like 5 2s. Then it would be a 6-card consecutive straight, and then finally six of a kind, like 6 twos there. And stronger specials can beat weaker specials until it goes all the way around and everyone's passed. One important twist on Bacon is after the person who won the trick collects the trick and then it's their turn to lead, they can choose to pass the lead to their partner. So maybe they're nervous that they're not going to go out before any of the other players and they think their partner has a better chance. They can, after winning, choose for the other player, their partner, to lead. So maybe Krusty Krab there played that 4-card run. They had the lead and they're a little nervous, so they pass it to Potato, and now it's Potato's turn to then be able to play whatever they want. So why are players playing cards is because you want to be the first person out, because your team doesn't score at all unless one of your teammates goes out first, which is super important. So let's say Krusty Krab plays their last cards here. Their team is going to score points, and how many points they score is how well the partner does, how quickly that partner goes out. So let's say after this, the llama goes out, and then after that, Porco goes out. The team, the Krusty Krab and Potato team, they are going to score, but they're not going to score as many points as if, after the Krusty Krab went out, the Potato player played the rest of their cards. So the scoring in the game is interesting because you only score if one of your partners goes out, but you need both of them to go out quickly to score a lot of points. In this situation, where Krusty Krab went out and then the Potato came out in second, that team would get 4 points, kept track by these little bacon tokens. If maybe Porco went out before the Potato got to go out, the team would only get 2 points, and then if both these two opposing teammates went out before the Potato could go out, they would just get 1 point. But as you can see, the team that did not have someone go out first, they didn't get any points. So then you see if either of the team got 8 points, and if they did, they would win. If not, you would just move the dealer to the next player, shuffle and re-deal and keep playing. So you either play 8 hands, so everyone's dealer twice, or until one of the teams gets 8 points. So that is Bacon, and before any thoughts, I want to say huge bias. This is a Kickstarter preview, and also Sean is a friend, so huge bias. That said, I did cover it a little bit ago, if you want to check out the Bacon video, when I was sitting in a reclining chair. And I really liked it then. I really like it now. This production just made it that much better. I love the art on the cards. I love the fun little theme. I do think it is really funny, like, there's times in like a trick-taking game, especially when the art is so interesting, that you'll deal cards to players and they'll just look at their cards for a while. And this one is definitely that. Especially because every card is like this like recipe, and it's so well done, and it looks so good. There's this thing where, like in Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, those films, they'll make food look so appetizing. Like you'll watch it and like an egg will be sizzling or something, or they're cutting up green onions, and it just makes your mouth water. Everything looks so good, and it feels like that when I'm looking at this food. Like, just watching someone make a bagel and cream cheese. It looks so good. I will just echo the statements I had in the last video. It is a wonderful climber where you can show this to people as their first climber. Super intuitive, super clean, melds make sense, combos make sense, the specials make sense. I think the choice to pass the lead to your partner is amazing. Love that. And then finally, the kind of other thing is your team, just someone needs to go out. Anyone, please. I don't know many trick-taking games or climbing shitting games that play well at 6, and this one absolutely does. The fact that, especially at 6, you're just like, am I the one who needs to go out first? Is it one of my teammates? Maybe they go down to like 4, 3, 2 cards. Are they the one who's going to do it? And then sometimes your teammate was just like, no, I have a horrible hand. I was just going down as quick as I could, but I have junk now. So I was actually hoping you would do well. And I just love in trick-taking or climbing shitting games where you get at the end of the hand and there's so much discussion. This game has so much wonderful discussion. You're like, I thought you were going to go out. It's like, I thought you were going to go out. The passing of the lead choice is so good too. Especially at 3, because you have those 2 people to choose from. But so, the game flows so smoothly. It's so fun. I said this in the other thoughts, where even if you're not the team to go out first, there's still like score mitigation to where you're like, okay, we're not getting any points this round, but if we do really well still, we can make it so they only get like 1 point, or like 2 or 3 points or something, right? And so you're never out of it. It's never boring. It's cool to have like a mid-hand climax and then like an end climax. There's almost like 2 big moments in every hand, which is always fun to see. I think climbing shadows always have that like, you know, and it ends, or like build and then it ends. So it's almost like a double peak, which is really nice. Yeah, the production's great. The bacon bits are great. Who doesn't love bacon? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you want more Final Dots, you check out that other video. This has been bacon because it's crispy, it's delicious, it's bacon. All right, bye. Hey, welcome back. I hope you had a good time. There's other doors if you want to click them. Why not? Explore away. I'll just be here. Woo! Trick taking, climbing, shedding. Woo!